Hello class, my name is Roel Garza and this is my second video journal. First question was, based on the biblical perspective section, what lessons learned can you glean from Nehemiah's actions in identifying risks? Well, Nehemiah, I believe, did an excellent job in identifying risks. He knew that he needed to travel to Judah. He knew that the gates in Jerusalem were needed work. So he was requesting these special passes from the king to grant him safe passage and to seek the keeper of the lumber yard in order to get the beams he needed to make the repairs. So I think he had a lot of wisdom in identifying the risks, tackling them systematically, collaborating with the king, knowing that he needed that assistance. But although he asked for the king's permission, Nehemiah was really beseeching these requests from the Lord. And the reason I think, well, from what it seems like, not only was he grateful for the help he got, but he also got a lot more. He had armed guards and cavalry to escort him. And how would you apply it to your daily walk with Jesus? Well, for myself, I think Nehemiah did an excellent job of, although requesting the assistance from the king in the letters, he was really beseeching these things unto the Lord, because he knew, he prayed a lot about it. He was very deep in prayer. He mourned for the people of Jerusalem, and he was given more than he asked for. So even though he wasn't directly asking the Lord for these papers from the king, he was still keeping God central and his belief central. And I think in my own life and from a Christian worldview, it'd be better to keep Christ central to everything we do, whether it's project management or some other venture. As long as we can hold true to our values of trying to succeed in a postmodernistic society, I think we can accomplish it. The last question is, what are 2 or 3 risks associated with your project? Well, the first risk that I have in my project, one of the major risks, is the equipment. We need to order the right equipment for the job. However, the right equipment might not be local, meaning we'd have to order it from another state, and depending on delays, it could be weeks or even months before we get it. And that's more of an external problem, but it affects my entire project. However, me and my fellow team members are confident we could find those stuff local. And my last problem is the funding for the special equipment we may need. Because we are a government contract entity, we have to, if my company doesn't want to foot the bill, we have to request these things from the government. And if we can justify as part of our daily job, we get what's called an RWA, or reimbursable work authorization. And it has to be first sold to the client, because essentially this will stay with the government. Whether my contract leaves or not, this is their product. They need this as per EPA guidelines. So with that being said, it's going to be a task to explain equipment like this to contracting officers who aren't really familiar with our scope of work. And that is it for my second video journal.